Hi, Brent. Okay, so I have spent a couple of days thinking about stuff, about how I can help you. Your this 6139 6007. It is. I mean, I had to, like I said, I had to, in order to ascertain the issue, I had to actually look at this stuff, and it's, there's your bridge, main plate, chronograph bridge, day wheel. These are some of the best parts that I was able to get out. Center wheel, lots of corrosion, hammer, lots of rust, pawl lever, lots of rust. It's the rest. It goes underneath this winding bridge. There's the old winding bridge. Note rust, lots of it. Mainspring barrel. I tried to clean this one up to see what was under there, but it's not good. Candy pinion, lots of rust. You get the picture. It just keeps happening. Certain things the corrosion's not really going to matter a whole lot on. Sorry for the screaming. Your dial ring, that'll clean up nicely. Your movement ring, there it is. It's not in bad shape, but it's missing the spring section. What are you going to do? Here is the date wheel, by the way. I mean, it's ugly, but I could certainly clean it up, but it'd be easier just to use a better one. Okay, so here's the deal. You have a 6139 6007. They are, well, it's not so much, they're rare, but rare doesn't mean valuable. Seiko, the last digit of the model number, casing number, is that's a 6005. Yeah. So this is a 6139 6005. 5 is North America. 9 is also North America, but 9 is a very specific model. It has a very specific hand on it. Blah blah blah. 6007s they're interesting in that apparently they were only made for about 3 months. October, November, December 1970. And even more unusual, they break Seiko's rule, which is that an A movement, because there's two variants of the movement. There's an A movement and a B movement. They changed it up. A movement's not as tall. That's also not as robust. B is taller and thicker. The 6007s were kind of my personal theory is that they were a model that was designed. It was for Central South America, and they were kind of running out the end of the A movements. And so the run of 6139 6007s, they will have A movements and B movements, but all of the watches will have the B type sweep. Not the two-part early sweep, but the one-piece sweep like this. Your watch, so either A or B is correct. Your watch had completely the wrong hand on it, wrong color, wrong style. You had one of the early two-part hands there. That's also the shaft, the tube is also bad on that. It should look like this, but imagine nicer. But the dial is going to be just about the same, and it should have that kind of sweep. So here's what I've got for you. because you had also asked, you were like, oh, well, can we use this to make like a true Pogue? No, we can't. For a few reasons. One, I don't have the true Pogue parts. Two, oh, I forgot to show you this. Sorry. And there's your chronograph wheel with, you guessed it, corrosion. The parts are worth too much money, and if we build a Franken, a watch out of a bunch of different parts of different models, there's just, you're not going to get, your value that you'll have to invest will be a lot. So rather than make a mix and match mutt, if you're determined, if you truly want to bring this one back, okay. So what do we got? What do we got then? We've got the case and the case back, and that's important. We've got these hands are good, and I can restore them. There's your original minute counter hand. Here's your original dial. So I went through and I dug through all my crap. First thing I found, this is the correct dial that would go in your watch. It's exactly what it should be. So yours is all damaged. This is an original dial. It was relumed, but not well. I would personally, if I was going to use this, I would relume this. And since we've got your good hour and minute hand, I can take this stuff off, and I can relume, strip out, clean, and relume your original hands and match this dial. Your watch was from November 1970. This one is from September 1970, so it's exactly where we need to be. Now on the other side, remember I said these 6007s can have either an A or a B movement. They were only made for 3 months, and Seiko, I think, was using up stuff and moving to the future. I dug through every single thing I owned, and I found this. This is a 6000, 6001, 6002 style dial, and it's also badly water damaged, so ignore that, and it's a no text. But I think this one must have gotten service work at some point, because this is an A movement. It is a complete A. And not only that, it's a runner. It's complete, it is intact, it is a runner. It resets to 0. Oh, I must have bumped it. And then, oh wait, no, it's aligned properly. So we can, yeah, and the movement inside, actually, it looks pretty decent. And like I said, it is a runner. So what we would do, and notice it's got the correct one-piece sweep, because that is what it's supposed to have. It's supposed to look like that. There it is. Normally an A would never have this sweep mated to it, but this one does. So this is an original sweep with original paint that is mated to an A movement that is complete and it's running. Then if we relume this dial to match your original hands, you will be returning, then in that case you will be returning a 6D139 6007 to stock. We certainly can do it. It would be basically, I would be selling you, I'd be building you a watch out of parts, basically a complete donor movement, replacement dial, reluming of the hands and the dial to match. The movement is this. I mean, the thing is that if I break down a movement, these 61, I mean, it's got a good chronograph wheel. I mean, the chronograph wheel alone, just by itself, that chronograph wheel, they're about $200 now. And every other part that's in this thing, it's just, they're really expensive. All these pieces and parts are expensive. I can do it. I can do it. This movement's going to cost a lot of money, relatively speaking, quite a lot. The reason I'm telling you this is that I am super concerned about making sure that people are happy with the money that they have spent. I don't want people to make an investment and then say, geez, I wish I didn't do that. The best possible way to get you the best possible watch that is the most original and will hold the most value is to rebuild it back to stock. If money is a concern, my strong recommendation would be to not do anything with your original watch, nothing at all. It's just, I mean, it's rough. So, I don't know, you tell me. My personal recommendation, again, would be if money's not the main concern, if you want to bring this one back because you wore this watch when you went to NASA, you wore this watch there, that's the way we do it. And you'd get it back, and it would be like the time machine snapped its fingers, and you got your watch back exactly, well, much like it had been originally. So I guess you let me know if you want to do this. I mean, we're talking, because this is just the movement, and then we've got to service it. So between the movement and the servicing, never mind the dial and reluming and any other stuff like that, you're looking at about $1,000 just for those things, for the movement and the servicing and all that stuff. Then the dial, and then the reluming, and then the case rebuild, and then the crystal, lower mainspring arbor port. The movement's good, as you can see. Look, it's a runner. It's a good movement. It'll come back. I mean, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of money. But building it like this will make it better. If we build you if I built you a Pogue, even if I had all the parts, which I don't, to build you a gold dial, it would be a Franken, and it would not hold its value. So, the last thing, by the way, I did want to say, there is a reason that I'm focused on getting you an A movement. Remember I said the A movements and the B movements have different stack heights. A's are shorter. They're more lightly built. As a result, the case backs for an A movement and for a B movement are different heights, because the movements are different heights. So this here, there's your original case back, 6007. So we go here and we mic it up on the nose, 4 millimeters. Then we get one that's clearly for a B, because this is from 1974, 4 years after 4 years after that went away. So, I mean, you can put an A case back you can put a B case back on an A, but you can't put an A case back on a B. So if we're going to use your original case back, it has to be an A movement. But this movement that'll do it, because it's an A and has the right sweep hand. And then we've got this dial. And we've got your original hands, which are right here. And you got your sweep there. If you want me to, I'll do it. That's, I think, the one way I could really hold my head up and say, okay, I brought a watch back to life. I don't really build watches like mod watches from parts, but this will bring it back. So you let me know if you want to make that investment. If you do, great. It's extremely rough, that estimate, but that's about where it's going to be. The way to make it cheaper would be to simply wash your hands of the whole thing and buy a different one. But this will bring it back. Let me know.